Hello all. So, I'm jumping on here just to say a little bit of my piece on what I've been seeing over the past few days with regard to the verdict that came out for Karmelo Anthony's case, which was a guilty verdict because he committed murder. And yes, he was found guilty because the evidence pointed to him being guilty of taking somebody else's life. I feel that what's very disappointing in this moment of time is that the black community is yet again found on the wrong side. It seems like whenever another race is involved, that is when we want to come up in arms. That's when Black Lives Matter. That's when we need to rally around. And we need to see change in the culture. We need to see change in policy. We need to see change in the law and justice system because another race got involved. At this point, I really believe it is time for the black community to wake up and understand that the black community's problem is the black community. And no, I just can no longer be quiet about this. And I understand that it might sound a little harsh. But what I personally have come to realize and come to be very tired of is that when it comes to black on black crime, when it comes to Planned Parenthood and the abortion rate that happens within the black community, when it comes to health disparities, when it comes to food desert situations, and there are times where policy can bring real change. Where is the black community up in arms about all of those things? So we have clearly seen that black lives only matter when it comes to money coming into the Black Lives Matter leaders' pockets, when it comes to black people having to deal with confrontation of those of a different race. When in all actuality, when it comes to Black Lives Matter, they matter at the moment of conception. They matter on the streets in the middle of the night when you're having all this gang violence. They matter for all the single moms out here who are struggling to raise their children on their own because of such a high rate of the fatherlessness in black homes. That's when black lives really matter, but not according to the black community at this point. Folks, we are on the wrong side of this once again because it has to do with race. At the end of the day, really what we all know is that the enemy of our enemy is really the enemy. What do I mean by that? It's the devil. So there is a spirit of the age right now that many of us, I won't say us per se, but many have unfortunately come under. And the Lord showed me a while ago when it comes to the black community itself that there's a reason why black people were brought over here from Africa. They carry a different kind of grace, a different kind of weight and authority in the spirit than those who were originally born here, or the Europeans that are here. Again, this is a country of many different races and backgrounds and ethnicities. And so the Lord showed me a while ago that there is a specific purpose, just like there was a specific purpose for the Israelites being brought into Egypt, the Israelites being brought into Babylon when they were all held captive there in those different countries. Look what happened. Okay, so we saw Moses, we saw Daniel. Okay, we saw the 3 Hebrew boys. Okay, so when you are taken captive and brought into another country and you carry a different kind of authority in the spirit, things are able to change. But when the black community does not understand their place and where they are to be sitting, we just fall under the spirit of the age, the spirit of the place that we are in. Just like the Hebrew boys did not come under that spirit to bow down to that statue, just like Daniel did not bow down and cower to the spirit of the age during his time, just like Moses went with the voice of the Lord to set his people free. The black community needs to understand that the weight and authority that they carry in the spirit is of that nature as well. But when we continue to perpetuate our skin color and bow down to our skin color and worship our skin color, these are the results that we're going to get. We're going to continue to see, unfortunately, violence happen in the womb, violence happen on the streets. We're going to continue to see health disparities. We're going to continue to see these food desert situations. We're going to continue to see that policy is not catering to the actual needs and the root of the issue in the black community. So, suffice it to say, the Karmelo Anthony case is very sad. I don't see any winners on either side. I don't want to criticize also Karmelo Anthony's family. I saw some information with regard to the funds that were used outside of what should have been used for his actual case. They used a public defender. They didn't even use the money, the way that it was supposed to be utilized. Unfortunately, I also saw a video from the other side, the other family. I don't know how much of that video is true, but again, at the end of the day, we all need Jesus. We're all flawed. Nobody is perfect. Nobody has arrived. At the same token, though, when it comes to this very issue in the black community, it is very sad to continue to see that we are on the wrong side of it all. The boy brought a knife to school. The boy on his account is shown with many weapons, bad decisions. Inevitably, if this was a black boy versus a black boy at that track meet, we really wouldn't be hearing about it right now. We really wouldn't. And also, if it was on the other side of it, if it was a black boy being killed again, by a white boy, of course you wouldn't hear the end of it as well, because, we'd be rioting in the streets and Black Lives Matter and say his name and all of those things. And it's just sad to continue to see this energy put toward this when it can be put toward actual solutions to the root of the issue. Put fathers back in black homes. Raise our black sons to be men of God, to know their place in society, to know who they are in Christ, to know the calling on their lives. That is what we need to be doing. That is where we need to understand the authority begins in the home. So until such time that we get this realization, we unfortunately are going to continue to see this type of error continue in the black community. So I continue to pray for you all. I obviously am, not somebody who is, what's the word I'm looking for? High horse type person, but at the same time though, enough is enough. Enough is enough. The boy is guilty. How about we don't kill innocent people? We don't kill innocent babies in the womb. And we get to the root issue. We understand our authority in Christ. And we begin to put black fathers back in their place.